And welcome to another Guitar Solutions Detroit video. I'm your host, James. I'm always your host. I feel sorry for you guys, really. Not that anybody watches these videos, but here they are. So today, I know this will be like the third video I've done in the last 10 days. Freaky stuff is happening here at Guitar Solutions, but I was gone for a little while, but I'm back on track now. And I'm here with another review of one of my guitars, and today we're going to do my Telecaster Anduril, which I have right here. And so this guitar started life actually as a Mexican-made Fender Special Edition Aged Cherry Burst guitar. I think this is like a Guitar Center exclusive. Not sure, haven't really seen them anywhere else. But this was a very standard Telecaster at the beginning. Standard Telecaster lipstick pickups, although these had the American Hot Rod Telecaster pickups in them, which I removed, and we'll get into that. It had kind of a parchment pickguard. This pickguard isn't quite as parchment, it's a little bit more white. I ordered it from Warmouth, thinking that it would be a little bit more parchment, but it isn't, and that's okay. I mean, it's still not like a white, but this is a swamp ash body, maple neck, maple fretboard, 9.5-inch radius neck. So this started out some pretty standard stuff. I ended up adding the Bigsby. I added a bunch of other features into this guitar, and we're going to touch on each of those. We're going to go through some tones. I've got the pedal board down here in front of me with the usual suspects on it, and so we'll get into a bit of that as well. And so let's dig in. So the modifications I made to this Telecaster started out pretty simple. I was pretty much going to leave it alone. I did buy, this is a Seymour Duncan Saturday Night Special humbucker in the neck, covered nickel. I kind of wanted to keep that same aesthetic with the original lipstick pickup. Again, this is a Warmouth. It's supposed to be a parchment pickguard. This one came out a little bit more white than parchment. So, as you can see, I did add the Bigsby B5 bridge. This one with the Fender logo, because why not? And then in the bridge position, I actually have what I found to be quite possibly the last new in-box Fender Custom Shop Samarium Cobalt noiseless bridge pickup on the internet. I found one set of Fender Custom Shop Samarium Cobalt noiseless pickups. I still have the neck pickup if anyone's interested. And then, thanks to Phil over at Know Your Gear, I found this wonderful little addition, this plate down here from a company called Rock Rabbit. And what this is it's a slightly modified Telecaster switch plate. The bottom knob in this case here has been moved a millimeter up, and the pickup selector track, as you can see, is actually angled. And what this does is that when the switch is all the way forward in this case, there's a little bit more room there actually in between the barrel knob and the selector switch, so that if I needed to roll off the tone or something while I had the neck pickup engaged, or if I wanted to switch pickups on the fly, I wouldn't bump the tone knob. So that's an important feature. Now, anyone with a Bigsby can attest that these B5 systems can sometimes be a little bit of a bear as far as tuning stability. And when I first got this installed, I still had the bone stock, the Fender Schaller tuners on there. I have since replaced them with locking tuners, and after re-angling the neck, that seems to have cleared up a lot of my tuning stability problems. And in fact, some other problems that I had with this Bigsby bridge, specifically in the bridge piece here, I was playing at a show and actually had the high E and B string saddles climb down on or ride down on me, and suddenly in the middle of my performance, I'm buzzing out on the strings, playing kind of at the dusty end of the fretboard there, going, what's going on? So I re-angled the neck, added the locking tuners. I haven't had any drama from the bridge piece since I made those modifications with the locking tuners, and these are the Fender locking tuners that I have installed. I opted not to go for something like a Spurzl, mostly because I really kind of wanted to keep that, that classic Fender look up here, because yeah, I really am a big fan of Fender. So I also have a custom neck plate that I got off of eBay with some pinup art, and of course the custom shop chevron on the back. Now I opted not to remove the furls on the back, but with the Bigsby tuning, with the Bigsby bridge system that I installed, they really serve no purpose anymore. They're just kind of there, hanging out. But yep, this is still a this is an absolute unit. I think this weighs in at about 12 or 13 pounds, because this is just a solid, well, it's two book-matched pieces of swamp ash on this body. Beautiful finish, in my opinion. And so now we're going to get into some of the tones. As per usual, I do like to start in the bridge position. Now we've only got 3 positions to go through on this guitar. And so again, that is the Samarium Cobalt Noiseless Fender Custom Shop pickup that I found on eBay and was lucky to find, because I could not find any others anywhere. But if anybody has a lead on where I can source these, I'd really like to know, because I'd really like to maybe pick up another set. So anyway, Samarium Cobalt Noiseless, here we go. So here again we have some clean tones, and it, even though it's noiseless, this still retains nearly all of your traditional Telecaster brightness in the bridge. It's also a pretty high output pickup. I think the box said it was something like 15.9K, something like that. It's up there. And again, with the hum canceling, in my opinion, probably before like the Gen 4 noiseless pickups came out, Fender really had lightning in a bottle with the Samarium Cobalt Noiseless, but they discontinued them, and I'm not really sure why. Maybe they just didn't take off. Maybe people just didn't like the sound. I don't know. I was working at Guitar Center at the time, and they seemed pretty popular at the time. But again, Fender discontinued them. Not really sure why. I have to do a little bit more research on that. But I really like the sound. And now we're going to go over to the OCD. And if I just roll the volume off a little bit, I get this great... This really great Telecaster, rhythm sound. So that brings us to the middle position, which mixes the humbucker and the noiseless pickup. And kind of one of the reasons why I did end up going over to a noiseless pickup was just to eliminate some more of that hum, because when I removed the neck single coil, I lost that hum canceling in the middle position, and I wanted to get some of the noise, the drama out of the middle position in particular. So the noiseless pickup really made a lot of sense. And with the OCD, and actually you get a pretty decent wah sound in this position as well. Okay, and then lastly we come to the neck pickup. Now, some people have asked me, why a humbucker in the neck? And the short answer is because that's what Andy Summers did. Andy Summers is actually kind of the player that got me interested in the Telecaster, because I wasn't interested in it previously. I was strictly Strats. I was looking at Jaguars and Mustangs and some of the other, some of the other stuff in the Fender range, but I really wasn't interested in the Telecaster until I really got into Andy Summers. So, here is the sound of the Saturday Night Special in the neck position. And now I'm actually gonna not go to the OCD for this. I'm actually going to engage my Electro Harmonics Russian Big Muff reissue in the nice green color. This is the latest reissue. It's actually like a normal size pedal and not like. So it fits a lot nicer on my pedal board. I do still have one of the black case Russian muffs that I've taken off of my pedal board because it takes up so much room. But here we go. Right, so there you have it. Some tones on Anduril, my Telecaster, Flame of the West. Thanks for tuning in.